Hello, how you guys doing? It's Coach Dustin at Mission Martial Arts here again with another technique breakdown for you guys. I'm going to go over the basic stance and footwork for the Champs boxing students, the Gym Ninja students, and the Muay Thai students. Feel free to also watch this video and give yourself a little extra assistance and guidance so that way you can practice your punches. A lot of it stems from your stance. So if you start off in a good stance, odds are it'll be much easier for you to execute the correct punch or the correct move as long as your feet are in place and your stance is correct from the beginning. Okay, so first things first, we get into our boxing stance. Our left leg comes out in front, right foot in the back. Both toes will point off at a 45-degree angle. We're going to get onto the balls of our feet and bend our knees, but be very careful. The big mistake everybody makes in the beginning is they try to lean forward here. We still want to keep our posture tall, keep our spine straight. Okay, rear hand or right hand on the jaw, lead hand or left hand is going to float right out here in between my nose and wherever the target is. Okay. Now, some of the students are having trouble remembering the left from right or understanding the lead from the rear. So the easiest way for me to teach them is your lead is in front of you. So if I'm standing from the side here, my lead hand for me is my left hand. Okay. The Champs boxers all are training from an orthodox stance, so it should be the left hand for all of them. Okay. Now, if you watch pro boxing or you see some more experienced guys, if they're left-handed, their lead hand would be the right, okay? Just to give you a little information on that. But for us, our left hand is going to be our lead. Now, lead, left, both start with L. So if they're having trouble remembering their left from right, you can use their boxing stance to help teach them their left from right. Just make them remember lead hand, lead or left hand in the front, okay? Rear hand also starts with R, just like right, okay? So rear or right hand in the back. So again, if they're having trouble understanding their left from right, just have them get in their boxing stance and have them practice that way, okay? Now this is going to be important because when I break down these steps here in a second, I'm going to call them out as lead foot or rear foot. Again, same idea. My lead foot is in front of me, it's leading me. My rear foot is in the back, okay? So from my boxing stance here, I bend my knees, I'm up on my toes, again, my back is tall, my hands are in position, my chin is down. Now, first basic step, I'm just going to move forward. Now, as I step forward, I want to make sure my lead foot moves first. So I step forward, small step, my rear foot follows. Now, the big mistake that's made during this, if I show you from the side, is when the lead foot moves forward, if I take a small step with my front foot, a common mistake everyone makes is they bring the rear foot too far. Okay? If I make a small step with this foot, then I only need to make a small step with my back foot. I should finish where I started. Okay? Don't get into this habit where you take a small step here and then a big step there. Now, I'm not really in a boxing stance, my feet are together and I'm just standing upright, okay? So, be very careful, small steps. If I start here, my feet are this far apart. When I finish, they will remain that far apart. So if I'm moving forward, following this blue arrow here, I will step forward with my lead foot, my rear foot follows. Again, keeping a nice bend to the knee, staying up on the ball of my foot, and a little spring to my step, okay? Now, for moving backwards, same thing, but this time the rear foot will move first. The lead foot will now follow, following the same rules as moving forward. I don't want my feet to get too close or too far apart. So small step with the back foot, small step with the front foot, okay? If I'm moving forward, small step with the lead foot, small step with the back foot. See it? Simple, right? Small step, control, right? Now, moving side to side, this can get a little tricky. Same thing, I want to maintain this distance in my feet, all right? But I don't want to cross my legs, okay? So as I step, if I'm stepping to my left, I'm going to use my lead leg first, okay? Or my left leg. So an easy rule of thumb to remember that is left to left. And then if I'm moving to the right, it'll be right to right, meaning right foot steps first when I'm moving right, okay? So let's start. Left foot here, lead foot moves over, rear foot follows. Again, I'm lined back up, I'm back to my stance. I'm finishing where I started, okay? Same thing, if I move to the right, now I move my rear leg. Back leg moves first, front foot follows. Again, finishing here in my stance, okay? So one more time, left foot, right foot, okay? If I'm moving to the right, right foot, left foot, okay? Or, if you want to explain it this way, lead foot, rear foot, okay? Again, finishing in my stance, keeping my body sideways, being a small target, and being in position to either throw punches or combinations, or defend if need be, okay? So a good drill, if you have some cones or some markers at home, you can set them up kind of like I have these arrows. Keep the lead foot right in the middle and just have them practice back and forth. 1, 2, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? And they can just keep going back and forth till they get comfortable with the movement, okay? They can mix it up if they choose to. They don't have to go the same way each time, okay? But if you notice, my feet are maintaining the same distance, and when I move side to side, I'm not crossing my legs, okay? I'm not doing this. I'm making sure I move the appropriate foot first, then adjusting to get back to my stance. Appropriate foot first, then adjusting, okay? If you practice your stance, practice those movements, everything else will become much easier for you, okay? Like we said in the beginning, it all starts with your stance, okay? So practice that one at home. Make sure you follow our Instagram, follow our Facebook for more technique breakdowns. I'll put the links in the bio to the video. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day.